What are the protocols you as a coach need to take when it comes to concussions on the field?
Concussions on the field. First, you have to observe the collusion, the mechanism of injury. Just because you get hit in the head doesn't necessarily mean you have a concussion, or because you didn't get hit in the head does not mean you don't have a concussion or do. So, observation and just knowing your kids, question and answers.
I think, we go through a training for football with the whole, when in doubt, sit them out. It's mainly just knowing your players. We have good relationships with all the kids that are in our position group. So it's just recognizing when something's off. Obviously, if, they tell us there's any signs, obviously we sit them. But if not, it's just knowing your players and knowing if something's off.
Well, we have to be certified through the state CHASA organization. We have to take a test in order to understand the signs and symptoms of potential concussion. So there's a whole list of things we're supposed to follow. But bottom line is, if we think the kid might have a concussion, even a potential, we pull him out of play right away, and we get our trainers Scott Learned and Brett Manning involved.
How many concussions would you say you saw in a year?
The number is actually pretty high, probably in the 60s.
Concussions, I think we had a couple kids with a concussion. Mr. Learned does a really good job with return to play, and like I said, it's all with relationships and knowing our players. But I don't think for my position group, we didn't have any, because it was like Malik and Gibby and Andrew Sarl and my guys. The big thing is we teach them how to tackle. That's the number one thing. Head up, tackling with your shoulder. Now we teach head behind instead of head in front like we did only probably 6 years ago. We teach head in front. Now it's all head behind. Gator tackling, rugby style tackling. So there's a lot.
It's hard to say. Not as many as people think. I think we've done a good job, at least in the football world, of teaching how to tackle without getting their head involved, and we have really good equipment. So I would say probably less than 5, I would guess.
Do you believe there should be any other steps taken to take care of a concussion?
I would say I think we do a pretty good job. It's all about the coach just being educated on their players and signs and symptoms. Like I said, I feel like we do quite a bit with. A lot of it's just not getting the concussion by using your hands and tackling the right way.
I think we do a great job of taking care of concussions. I think we can continually learn about practices that we could prevent them, like continue getting great equipment, like helmets, chin straps, mouthpieces help, I know that, and just be really aware of things we can do as coaches to prevent concussions from happening.
Do you think any protocol should be changed to better athletes?
I guess it depends what you're referring to in regards to steps. I think more people need rehab post-concussive than what are currently being given. So, yeah, more rehab.
Well, as of I don't think we've ever really had a concussion issue for at least the sport I can coach, which is football. But I think I'm going to go no.
There's protocol that would be beneficial, then absolutely. But I think we're doing a really good job right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you think the protocol should be changed for the betterment of the athletes?
No, I think we're pretty in-depth here at Grandview. We have a lot of safety nets. Good night.